Um, so sorry, it got kind of dark, Anderson. So the first thing that we want to do when we look at doing a roof is plant and property uh, conservation. So check your roof and see where your gutters, see where the downspouts come out at, because all the chemical that you put on the roof is eventually going to come into the gutter and go down the downspout. So, like on this one, on my house, it goes down into the splash block, and then it'll just come out onto the pavement, and it's going to go off that way. If it was going down here into my flower bed, then what I would normally do is you need to take and just soak all this area with water before you start. That way it kind of dilutes any chemical, any of the bleach that comes out. Because you don't want straight bleach to come down and basically saturate all your plants and stuff. So just kind of soak everything down with water before you start. And also like your plants, your trees, bushes, shrubs and stuff, you'll want to spray those, douse all that with water before you start, because when you bleach the roof, overspray is going to get all over your plants and it'll kill the plants possibly. So you just want to make sure you wet everything down really good, and then after you do the roof, you want to come back through and just like rinse all your plants off, just in case any of the overspray chemical got on them, because that's the biggest danger of what we might could get in trouble with, is basically killing plants and stuff, and grass and all that. So just kind of keep an eye out, soak everything down before you start with water, and then after you finish up, rinse everything off, and you should be good to go as far as the plants and stuff. So the first thing you'll do is spot the truck like normal. I haven't actually been to the house. Steve is the one who did the estimate, so I don't know how high the roof is. But if you can't reach it from the ground with a wand, you may have to take the ladder off and use the ladder. Don't actually step onto the roof. Don't climb onto the roof. That's the insurance company won't cover for anything like that. So what you'll do is, if you need to, position the ladder, climb the ladder to the top of it, and then you could change out the different nozzles on the wand like I showed you at the last one, and you have the one that sprays a good distance. You should be able to hit everything with that, and then the stuff that's a little bit closer to you, you can put on the one that fans out and sprays to really soak everything and get the saturate the roof good. So when you get there in the morning, look at the roof. If you think you'll need the ladder, go ahead and take the ladder off, and you set that up. So the first thing that we'll do is take the green hose. Alright, the first thing we'll do is take the green hose, take it, hook it to the water supply like we normally do with all of our stuff. So that'll start to fill up the water barrel with water. Then what you'll do is, so this right here, I don't know if you can see it, it's called TrackMan. This is our apple wash, basically our surfactant. I'll leave it right here in front for you. What you'll do, once you have the water running, you'll take the cap off of the bleach drum. You'll take the bleach hose. It'll be this one. It's the only one in there like that. And you'll basically just set it, drop it down in the bleach. The water hose is already pre-run, pre-plumbed, so you don't have to do anything with that. And this little smaller hose right here is going to be our apple wash, or our surfactant. So this one is going to go, just take the cap off of the apple wash and drop this hose down in there. Okay, so that's where that'll go. So once you'll have the hose running into the bleach, the water will be plumbed, and then you'll have the smaller hose going into your apple wash. So you'll come in here and you'll hop. Can you hop in right there, this thing? Because I'll need to show them these right here. There you go. All right. So I went ahead and charged the battery on this for you. So it should be good to go. We've been having a little bit of problem with our switch here, but anyway, so you can basically plug that in. So that's the problem we got right now, is that it's got some sort of short in it. So you just have to unplug it and plug it in to make it work. I'll see if I can fix that for you tonight. So you can plug it in and use that switch there to make it work. But if I can't get to it, this right here, just plug it in, turn on, unplug it, turns it off. This right here is going to be your water. If you have a question about it, you can just follow the plumbing here and see where it goes. So this one's going to be your water. No matter what we're doing, you're always going to crank your water wide open. So your water's always going to go wide open. We use different bleach concentrates on different things, but for a roof, we go as hot as we can. So you'll crank it all the way open on your bleach. For your apple wash, you'll just crank like a quarter turn. So you won't, it's already open. So you'll just crank a quarter turn like that. It's about on, if you look at the dial, I have it set to about 60. If you look at the dial, it's got a 60 where I have it at. But anyway, that's what it'll look like. So water fully open, bleach fully open. Apple wash is going to be a quarter turn or about 60. So once you have that, everything should be flowing through, and everything is going to come to your red wand here. So this is the only thing you should need. So remember, on your J-rod, this is going to give you the most reach. So for hitting like the top, the roof cap and stuff, and really up high on the roof, you'll use this to reach. And then of course this one gives you the most, the highest volume fan. So you'll just use that for hitting that area is a little bit closer to you. It fans out, so you'll be able to like really soak it down. With the roof watch, what you'll do is you'll actually saturate the whole roof with water, so it's not like a light dusting as with anything else. It'll be like really soak it down good. It's going to use quite a bit of bleach for a roof wash. It shouldn't use that whole thing, but it's probably going to use about half of it if you soak it down pretty good. What'll happen after you soak it down really good, go ahead and go ahead and take the bleach tube out, put it back into your water tube. Like that. Okay, go ahead and take your apple wash tube, take it out and put it back into your water tube, and then turn off all the valves except for the water valve. So you'll go ahead and flush water, just straight water through the system. It'll flush the hose out, flush everything out with straight water. And then that's what you'll do also to try to run the majority of the water out of the water barrel, so you're not driving around with 55 gallons of water in the truck. After you do all that, go ahead and turn the water off so that there's not any liquid flowing through it, and then go ahead and just pull your trigger and flush all the water out so that your hose is dry. That's not that important to do. It's okay if you leave water in it, but just make sure you do flush it, because if you leave bleach and stuff in it, it'll corrode all of it. So make sure you unplug it, whatever. Make sure that your pump is off, and after that, you'll just disconnect your water tube, disconnect your supply line that goes to your water source. Make sure your barrel's about half empty at least, and then just suck down all the plants before you go, and that should be all there is to it. Appreciate it.